What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a really fun set. I'm doing like a little mashup set with like some things from the 90s and like different glitters and stuff like that. So it's kind of going to be like 90s nostalgia and like a bunch of like other things all mixed together. So yeah, I thought that would be really cool because I've been doing like Valentine's Day designs back to back and I kind of wanted to change it up because yeah, if I do another one I might go nuts. I did like 4 in a row. I'll probably have like more coming later on, but I'm just saying like I did 4 so far, so I think you guys have like enough inspo for now. So I wanted to do something different, so I'm just playing with like some things that I already have that are my favorites. And I know my nail beds are still yellow from the last video. I have a little bit of yellow acrylic on them still because I'm waiting for my monomer, but I did remove it from the sides of the nail so it won't show through on this set, thank God. But yeah, normally I put nude there, but I only had some yellow monomers, so yeah, you know how that goes. But anyways, I prepped my nails off camera. I'll leave my polygel prep video in the cards if you're interested. And I went in with my dehydrator and primer as always, and then a layer of base gel since we're doing a polygel set. And now I'm going to be doing the base on all the nails. I'm using this color called Oh She Pretty from ToBeGlam. It's that really pretty like purple glittery shade. It has like an iridescent shift to it. I love it. Also using this baby blue shade from Makartt in number 922. It does come in a full-size bottle now, so does the color I just mentioned. And then I'm using another color from ToBeGlam. It's from one of their polygel kits. I'll have them all linked down below. But the color is called Sugar Rush. It's like a pale like pastel purple. So yeah, I applied a bead of each onto the nail. And then I'm going to use my spatula and kind of like mix them together because I'm going to be creating like a marble. And then I just like pat the polygel in place. So I kind of start by like pushing the polygel up toward the cuticle area to pat it in place. If you want, you can like place the polygel higher up because it did make it a little bit difficult with it being so low down on the nail to like push it back up towards the cuticle area. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I just had to like push it back up there and, you know, like brush it up a little bit to make it work. But yeah, it does help if you like place it there, like when you're mixing it, just kind of move it up towards the cuticle area so you don't have to like really brush it up there because then it gets like a little bit streaky. But yeah, I always get it good around the cuticle and then go side to side down the nail. And I am using some base gel as a slip solution because I feel like it makes the polygel like apply onto the nail a lot better. And I'm cleaning my brush off with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. By the way, I did change my background. You guys said that you liked my glittery backgrounds, you like when I change it up, so I figured for 2022 that's what we're gonna start doing instead of my boring like paper towel background. Sometimes the glitters go a little funky with my camera, but this one was pretty good for the most part. Like it didn't cause like too much of a glare or anything. But yeah, I really like the way it looks like as a background while I'm working because it makes it like, I don't know, look really cute or whatever. So yeah, I guess I'll just continue doing this with like different ones so you guys will have something pretty to look at. So yeah, after I pat all these polygels in place, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it in my lamp. And now I'm going to go ahead and start applying my stickers. I did accidentally hit my pointer fingernail on my way into the lamp, so some of the polygel ran off to the side, but I am going to fix that when I file shape and buff. But yeah, I have a bunch of nail stickers that I just grabbed and I'm going to use like all of them. I have some 90s themed ones that have like different things on them that remind you of the 90s, like little cassette tapes, the Super Nintendo controllers, and like a whole bunch of like other really cute stuff. So I'm using those And I also have some little Hello Kitty ones that I got from my local nail supply store. I have some Barbie ones, Care Bears, and like little designer ones. So I'm using tweezers to peel them off and place them on the nail. Just make sure when you put them on, they're like flat on the nail, and peel them off slowly so that like they don't tear or anything, because they're so small. Like some of them kept just flying off and I had to like catch them. But yeah, there is a tacky layer still on my nails, so I do end up going in with a little bit of base gel over all the stickers before I apply my glitters, just to seal everything in and make sure that they stay flat down, because I noticed they started flipping up a little bit, and I'm purposely leaving like spaces in between the stickers so that I can apply my glitters. But yeah, it was a really hard decision about which ones to use. But I guess I just kind of like picked the ones that I really liked most, or that reminded me of like things that I liked from the 90s, like the little Game Boys and stuff like that, the Super Nintendo controller, the tape cassette, of course the little thing that said 90s, and I don't know, I just added Hello Kitties and stuff, and like everything all came together. It came out really, really cute. Like if my thoughts were a set of nails, this is what they would look like. Like this is how my brain looks when I'm trying to think of like designs for you guys. Like that's exactly how I imagine it. Like once I put the glitters on and everything, it's just like all mashed up and going crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying the stickers and then go in with a layer of base gel over them to seal them in, like I said. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with another layer of base gel over all of the nails, and I'm going to start applying my glitters. I'm using a bunch of different glitters and FIMO shapes. So I'm using some star FIMO shapes, some little like dessert FIMO shapes. I also have some heart ones, and then I have some different glitters. I'm using some like iridescent 4-point stars, and then I'm using these little glitters from Makartt. They come in all different colors. They're like little hearts and stars. They're tiny like little glitter mixes, and then they have like smaller like stars and stuff in there as well. So I'm using those and kind of just randomly placing those on the nail. Some of these FIMO shapes are from Beetles as well. I also have some little iridescent teddy bears that I'm using and placing in there. So yeah, anything that I could fit in there, I'm just like applying it, but I'm also making sure not to cover up the stickers, because then that would defeat the whole purpose of putting the stickers on the nail. But the reason I'm applying the base gel is so that I can apply the glitters into the gel and cure them in place. You just want to make sure all the glitters are flat and not really sticking up, especially the FIMO shapes, because we have to encapsulate these, and you don't want any like rough edges sticking up, because then you'll end up filing away the FIMO shape when you go to file and shape and all of that. So yeah, I'm just randomly doing that, trying to fit as many as I can so that it looks like super like mashed up.
Zyeq.
Now I'm going to go in with the shade Alette on the ring finger. It's a shade from Makartt. It's like a glittery clear polygel. It does come in a full-size bottle now. I'm really happy that they started making a lot of these colors in full-size bottles. So if I use them, you don't have to like go purchase the whole kit unless you like really liked all the colors in the kit. But you could just purchase like those particular colors that I'm using. So yeah, I didn't really know what I wanted to do on this nail at first. That's why I left it alone while I did the other ones. But I decided that I wanted it to be like a clear glittery bling nail. I didn't add any bling to the other nails because then it would cover up like all of the work that I did. And the whole point is so that you can see all the glitters and everything, and like it would just be too much. Sometimes like adding bling to everything is not necessary. If your nails look good enough, you don't always need to put like bling on them, because sometimes it's like just too extra, you know. Like a nice little accent nail is just right. So that's what I decided to do. I'm actually going to be going in with a second layer of this color. I'm not going to be encapsulating this one with clear. You can actually build up the nails with this color. Even when you file, like you won't file off the glitters or anything. So yeah, this is the first layer. And now I'm going to go in and encapsulate the other nails with clear polygel from Makartt, of course, because they have like the clearest one out there. So the nails are going to look super like glassy and everything. So yeah, I just squeeze out the amount that I need, and I always start by the cuticle like I always say, and just work side to side down the nail. I'm using base gel as a slip solution with this polygel as well. I do leave the rounded end by the cuticle area when I squeeze it out of the bottle. I use that to build my apex, so I don't really brush it down too much because I focus it in that area to build my apex, and I kind of just use my brush to smooth out the nail before I cure it in my lamp. So yeah, you should definitely take advantage of the time that you have to work with the polygel before you place your hand in the lamp, because you can kind of get it as nice as you want to, because it won't dry until you cure it. And now I'm going to go in and add the second layer of that shade Alette on the ring finger. I apply it the same exact way I did with the clear polygel. I just go right over the last layer and start patting the polygel in place. I'm pretty good at eyeballing how much I need. If I do add a little extra, I just remove it with the other end of my polygel brush. But yeah, I'm always starting by the cuticle and going side to side down the nail. Then I'm going to cure it in my big lamp for a full 60 seconds before I go to file shape and buff to make sure that the polygel is cured all the way through. And I will cleanse the nails with some isopropyl alcohol to remove that tacky layer. Alright, so after the 500th time of recording the voiceover for this clip, like literally my voice keeps going out and I don't know why. It's like driving me insane. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't go out on this try. But yeah, anyways, like I've been trying to say, I start by debulking my nails. So I'm using my Melody Susie 2-in-1 e-file and dust collector and a fine grit safety bit, and I start by debulking the nails. I like to debulk first. Most of you guys know that because you watch my channel a lot, but yeah, I always like to do this first and then do the shaping last because the shape comes out a lot sharper in my opinion. So yeah, these nails are a little bit thick, I'm not gonna lie, so I had to file off quite a bit of bulk because FIMO shapes tend to bulk up your nails more than like regular glitters and stuff because they're a lot thicker. But I did file them down pretty good, so the nails weren't like super thick in the end result. So I do like the way they came out, and I did remove that little bit of polygel that like ran off to the side on the pointer finger. But yeah, I do make sure to go around the cuticle area and get that down as much as I can before I go in with my cuticle bit. And then I kind of like file side to side down the whole nail to evenly shape it out. And I also go along the side walls with the drill so that I can like remove the bulk off the sides of the nail. So when I go in with the hand file, I don't really have to file much off. I'm also filing underneath the nail so that all the plastic from the nail tips when I shape them up, or like any product that's under there, is off. You definitely want to make sure you go underneath the nail. And I file right underneath like the tip of the nail to like give the nail like a little bit of a C curve. Next, I'm going to take my cuticle bit and clean around the cuticle area. I'm using my cuticle bit on a low speed, and I'm making sure to keep the bit moving so I don't cause damage to my natural nails, but I get right in between the artificial nail and the cuticle and just like clean around that area a few times. It just really helps clean around that area, and it also helps to seal the polygel so that you don't get lifting. I really love cuticle bits. I always say this in my videos, but yeah, if you haven't tried one, they are definitely a game changer. It's just so easy to clean around the cuticle area, and it really gives that clean finished look. I feel like my nails are never done if I don't use a cuticle bit. Like, I don't know what I was doing before I discovered cuticle bits, honestly, because now I'm going to take my hand file and shape up the nails. I'm using a 100/180 grit. So we're doing a long tapered square shape. So I'm taking the bulk off of the sides of the nail right now. So I'm holding my hand file straight and filing up the sides a few times. And then to taper in the tip of the nail to get that tapered square look, I angle my file in and then I file in towards the tip of the nail, and you just kind of do that a couple times as well. To file the free edge of the nail, I hold the file at an angle and file straight across, or you can file up and down, whatever works best. I also make sure to file underneath the nail to make sure that I get like anything that might be stuck under there, like plastic or anything, off. So yeah, and I also do go in with a buffer after I shape up my nails. My camera actually died when I got to the ring finger again. That happened the same thing in my last video. It always dies when I get to the ring finger for some reason. But yeah, it's gonna jump over to the pinky because my camera died. To finish everything up, I'm going to go ahead and apply the bling to the ring finger. I'm using some Beetles rhinestone gel to attach the bigger charms so that they stay on. At first I was going to add this little heart, but then I wasn't feeling it. I was like, no. So I took it off and just applied some little AB rhinestones like into the rest of the top coat. And I cured that nail so that the bow doesn't like keep sliding around on the nail. And after that, I just end up top coating the rest of the nails with some Makartt top gel. I also top coat underneath the nail with the glitter as well, so that it looks nice and clear underneath. And that's pretty much it. I love the way these turned out. They're like super 90s and cute and everything like that. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments. I would love to hear what you think about it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram so you could stay up to date on my new tutorials on there as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.